Hey, everybody. I just want to give you an encouraging word this week. Thanks for tuning in to these small episodes, these short snippets that we have here going. But I want to just encourage you to stir up your faith this week, that you have been given a measure of faith. And whatever measure that is, what we can do is stir it up and see God really move on that. It just takes a mustard seed size of faith to see mountains removed. I want to read something to you from 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 5 says this: I remember your genuine faith, for you share the faith that first filled your grandmother Lois and your mother Eunice. And I know that same faith continues strong in you. This is why I remind you to fan into flames the spiritual gift God gave you when I laid hands on you. For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So listen, we've not been given a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. And here in this passage, Paul is reminding us of our faith, that we have faith. We've been given faith, that the faith of God in us, we can stir that faith up by remembering who we are, what we've been called to, the things that God has blessed us with, the things that are still yet to come, the prophetic words, all of those amazing things. We can remember all of these things. Another thing we can do is sing and worship from our hearts to the Lord. It doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. You've got a song in your heart that the Spirit of God downloads to you in a moment. You could even be at work and all of a sudden just a lyric or a melody from an awesome worship song comes to mind and you begin to sing. And as you begin to sing unto the Lord, what you're doing is stirring up your faith. Another way, obviously, is speaking in tongues. You can even speak in tongues around the office without even doing it in a loud fashion, but just to yourself, and begin to let the Spirit of God be stirred up in you and stir up your faith in this hour and time. Remember that faith moved and faith worked in us never does anything out of fear. We never respond in fear. We never follow fear. We never go in fear's direction. But we always make sure that we're stirring up the faith that God's given us in order to move in faith, to live in faith, to walk by faith, to speak faith, and to live the faith that God's given us in our lives. So stir up your faith this week. Use some of these methods that I've just talked about. Go and read 2 Timothy 1, 5 through 7, and remind yourself that God's given you at least a mustard seed size of faith. Be blessed, guys. I encourage you to do that. Stir up your faith. Amen.